With Jerry Judy, kind of what happened with him this week that prevented him from not being able to get out there and practice?
He got injured during the game, and it was something that he couldn't come back from back into the game. And then he just isn't going to be able to get back for this one.
He's day to day. Are you hoping he's back next week though?
Yes, yeah, he'll be day to day.
Coach, I know we've asked you this every week, but as far as the injuries, any more you can tell us as far as what you've looked at, anything that you've analyzed, observed, and why? Because you're leading the league in just about every injury category.
Yes, it's unbelievably unfortunate. We've got great people here. We've got the strength staff, the training room, everybody, and we're evaluating everything. We're looking at it, but I mean those guys work, and we've all looked into what we can do, how we can prevent things. We obviously, when things happen out on the field, I mean, you can't prevent those, but we're looking at it all. I mean, we have them do so many different things, from hydration tests to I mean, I could go on a sleep monitoring, asking them survey as much as we can, and sometimes things happen, and for whatever reason, it's happened a lot this year, and it's unfortunate, but it gives other guys opportunities to play.
How difficult is it from a game planning perspective on offense and defense when you have all of those injuries week in and week out?
It makes you have to change a lot of things up. I mean, especially when it happens in game, those are things you have to make, just try to figure out as many different ways, whether you have to get out of personnels, get other people up to speed in certain personnels. I mean, if it happens during the week, you can adjust a little bit earlier, like what happened with KJ. But during the game, it's a little bit different. But that's part of the game. Change is the norm. Things happen. You have to be ready for that as a coach at all times. Yeah, it's been a long month. I mean, it has. I mean, to think that it has been that long since we've been at home is unbelievable. And we got the best fans in the world, and very excited for them to get out there for Raider Week.
How'd Kendall Hinton look today out there?
Good. He was limited, but it's one of those things, we just want to keep monitoring him and make sure he's ready to go because we're low at that position right now.
And Baron Browning the last few days, how's he faring?
Good also. He's another guy that we're trying to work back in the right way and be smart for all the same reasons that we talked about with the things that have been going on. We want to be sure we're monitoring as much as we can with him, but still being able to get him ready for the football game.
Hey, will be Isang Bassi kind of getting that first shot in the nickel role for K1?
There's a lot of guys that have been working there. We want to be sure that we got the right guy in that position, but he's definitely the most veteran that's done it a couple times, and so we'll see a couple guys. Yes, we've been moving a lot of guys around in all those spots, and we're still monitoring a couple guys to see where they're going to be and get the best five out there.
Whether Luke Blackburn starts or has to play at some point going forward, do you have to go through anything about how you call things in the last scrimmage? Like, does that responsibility change, or that's his job in terms of?
No, Luke has done a very good job learning the role of playing center and the calls that he has to make. He also has to be ready to play guard too, potentially. So we're always trying to dual train people as much as possible because you have to be ready to adapt at any moment.
What have you done and adjusted throughout the season to try to prevent injuries?
I mean, from all the stuff that we started off from the very beginning, I mean, the sole purpose is to make sure that they're fresh and ready to go on Sundays. We've done, again, all the fancy tests and all those things to try to get as much prevention as possible. We've preached it. We've talked about it. The guys, are always aware of it, and we just continually ask them to be sure that they're hydrated, the nutrition, everything. We just have to continually do a great job at. And, I mean, there's some things you just can't prevent, some of those big ones. Those are the ones that have been even more than I've experienced is just the kind of like the season ones. But the little ones, here and there, we just got to continually try to do everything we can to prevent them.
Where does it stand with Compton and Glasgow then right now?
Sorry, what was that?
Where does it stand with Compton and Glasgow right now?
Both those guys, I mean, they're guys that have been day to day. We've been working them in. We want to make sure they're ready to play a game, and we're hoping to get them back very soon.
In your football life, have you ever seen a season with this many injuries, both you and even with your dad coaching?
I haven't gone back too much to the past because I'm just worried about the now, and it's not an excuse. We got to get the guys out there to play and play winning football, whoever it is, and it's just something you got to deal with. But there's been a lot.
How much of the game plan did he sort of have last week as he got involved? And do you see his role?
he's come in here and he's done a really good job learning the entire system. It's always hard to jump right in, but he's done a good job at there's a lot of similarities for the terminology and how we do things. So I think that's helped him. But I think, as the weeks go, it's going to, hopefully be more and more and more. And we got those three guys that we want to continually give the ball to.
Are you sort
Last one, Jeff.
dreading to see Vince walking toward you some days?
No, Vince is great. He's working 24 hours a day. Everybody in here are, because we want to try to fix it. I mean, as coaches, as who we are, we want to do whatever we can. We have to control what we can control, but we want to do our best to be able to get these guys out there on Sunday. So we're doing everything. He's doing everything. He's got a lot of people in there, but he's doing a great job trying to get them back.
I just didn't know if you were heading the other way when you saw him coming.
Sometimes. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.